He was happy. He'd have time to see the golden eagle. When Percy passed the siding near Bluff's Cove, he was surprised to see Thomas's half of the truck still there. "If the boat sails without them, Thomas will be in trouble," worried Percy. Percy decided to help his friend. Percy buffered up to the long line of trucks and slowly puffed away. Percy got to the docks just in time. The quarry wagons were uncoupled, and Percy set off again for the dairy. He was feeling very tired. Thomas was feeling full of puff. He wished happily up Gordon's Hill. He was sure he would see the golden eagle now. Thomas watched and waited and watched. But the eagle didn't come. "I'll never see the golden eagle," Thomas said sadly. Suddenly Thomas remembered his trucks of stone and Percy. "Cinders and ashes," he cried, and he steamed off to the siding as fast as he could. But he didn't find his trucks. He found Percy. He was stuck in a siding, and he had not taken the milk to the dairy. "I took all your trucks to Brendam," peeped Percy, "but now I've run out of coal." Thomas realised now that Percy couldn't see the golden eagle, and it was all his fault. Bertie the bus tooted excitedly. "The golden eagle has been seen back down the line," he called. "Hurry, Thomas!" "I must take the milk to the dairy," cried Thomas, "or Percy will be in trouble." The dairy manager was waiting when Thomas arrived. He delivered the fresh milk just in time. Then he set off to rescue Percy. Together, Thomas and Percy puffed slowly to the coal depot. But on the way, they were astonished to see there, high on the rocks, not one, but 2 golden eagles. Thomas and Percy watched the 2 beautiful birds. "Seeing 2 golden eagles is a wonderful thing," puffed Percy. "But not as wonderful as helping a friend," said Thomas, and they both happily agreed. Doing our best," chanted Annie and Clarabel. At last, Thomas reached the toy factory. He was coupled up to a long train of trucks, and he set off for the toy shop. Thomas had been working hard all day, and he wasn't used to pulling such a heavy load. "It's very hard work," he puffed. You can do it," sang Annie and Clarabel. Soon Thomas was steaming up Gordon's Hill. Must get to the top, he huffed. But he went slower and slower and slower, until eventually he stopped altogether. "I have to go on," wheezed Thomas, but he wasn't strong enough. The train started to pull Thomas backwards down the hill. He applied his brakes, but it didn't help. He slid all the way to the bottom. Thomas was very upset. "I've let everyone down," he puffed sadly, "especially the children." Just then he heard another engine coming. It was Henry. The workmen had cleared the line at the docks. "What's the matter, Thomas?" Henry asked. Thomas told him. "You were right, Henry," he said unhappily. "This load was too heavy for me. I should have listened to you. And now I know I need your help." "What can I do?" chuffed Henry. "You take the trucks to the toy shop," whistled Thomas, "and I'll pick up the children. But we must hurry." Henry chuffed as fast as he could to the toy shop. Thomas puffed around the island as fast as he could. The children cheered when they saw him coming. "You won't be late," he whistled as he steamed from station to station. And they weren't. Thomas arrived just in time for the grand opening. It was a magical sight. There were coloured lights, balloons, and lots of toys. The Fat Controller declared the toy shop open for the winter holiday season. Everybody cheered. Thomas was so pleased to see the children's happy faces. "You were right, Henry," Thomas tooted. "In future, I shall leave pulling the heavy trucks to you." "Buffers, wheeshed Thomas. There is a monster." Thomas wanted to go back, but he couldn't. He had to help Ben. Must be brave, he chanted. Thomas had to go forward. But as the smoke started to clear, Thomas saw that the eyes weren't eyes at all. They were lights. And the thud, thud, thud wasn't a noise made by a monster. It came from a machine beside the track. It was a generator to power the lights. Then Thomas saw picks and shovels. He realised that workmen must be working there. Diesel was wrong. There was no monster in the tunnel after all. Soon Thomas came across workers making tea. Thomas tooted to the workmen happily. Ben was also very relieved. "You're a very brave engine," said Ben. "Now I can finish my job." And he puffed away. Thomas was happy to help Ben. Then he remembered that he still had to get to the beach. And he remembered Diesel's warning about the curse of the cliffs. Thomas felt very nervous as he puffed towards the headland. So nervous that he stopped. "I can't go any further," Thomas tooted, and he began to reverse away from the cliffs. Then he had an idea. If Diesel was wrong about the monster in the tunnel, maybe he'll be wrong about the curse of the cliffs, he puffed. He started to go forward again. I'm not afraid, he chuffed as he steamed carefully through the mist. Suddenly, the mist rolled away and the sun came out. Thomas saw that the cliffs were beautiful. "Diesel just wanted to frighten me," Thomas whistled. Soon the seaside station was up ahead. At last, Thomas reached the station on the other side of the headland. Thomas knew that soon the beach would be filled with happy holidaymakers. "I should not have believed what Diesel said about the curse of the cliffs," wheezed Thomas. In future, Thomas decided he would believe in himself alone. A strong gust of wind blew one of the tarpaulins in the air. "Oh no," gasped Thomas. Now everyone could see there was nothing inside. "Those trucks are empty," Gordon huffed. "I knew it couldn't be as important as the express." "So there isn't a special, Percy puffed sadly. Molly felt silly and not very important at all. So she puffed away as fast as she could. Thomas felt very bad. Just then, the Fat Controller called the station master. And the station master came to see Thomas. "There are lots of engines waiting at the coaling plant. They're waiting for Molly's trucks." "Oh, no," moaned Thomas. "I've got to find Molly quickly." Molly had stopped in a siding. She looked very sad. "I'm sorry I made you look silly," puffed Thomas, "but they are waiting for your empty trucks at the coaling plant." "But I've nearly run out of coal," moaned Molly. "Don't worry," puffed Thomas. "I can help you get there." So Thomas pushed and Molly pulled. Thomas and Molly worked together, and they arrived at the coaling plant in no time at all. There were lots of engines waiting for them. They needed the empty trucks to start their nighttime deliveries. "Your empty trucks were important after all," puffed Thomas. Molly felt so proud it made her axles tingle. "We need even more trucks," chuffed Henry. "I'll get them," Molly chuffed cheerfully. "And I'll help," puffed Thomas. Molly filled up with more coal, then Molly and Thomas raced back to the yard. They collected some more empty trucks and they puffed quickly away. Gordon was stopped at a junction. His signal had turned to red. "Out of the way," puffed Molly. "Empty trucks coming through." "You see," laughed Thomas, "sometimes empty trucks are more important than your express." Gordon's face went as red as the signal, and Molly felt more special than special.